Good afternoon. Please sit down and relax. Michelle and Greg would like to welcome everyone here today on the event of their wedding. It is certainly an absolutely perfect day. Many people get married in June. Not many have such a perfect day. Look at the sky. Just a few months ago, probably the snow was as tall as these urns in this garden right here. As most of you are aware, summer began this morning. Perhaps while many of you were still sleeping, the summer solstice occurred at exactly 6:51 a.m. This is the day when the sun appears to stop at its highest point in the sky and hold for just a moment. And that is exactly what we are doing on this very special day. This day that brings the most light of any day in our calendar, the day that beckons growth, the blossoming of new life, and the time when magic is strongest. We hold for just a moment to participate in this ceremony for Michelle and Greg as they embark on a life together filled with their own light. We'd like to begin with a blessing given to us by Greg's brother, Benjamin Van Steinberg.
Hello everyone, Greg, Michelle. You guys look wonderful. Beautiful day, what a beautiful couple. It's truly an honor to get to be a part of this celebration with you guys. And as excited as I am to witness your marriage today, I have to be honest in saying to you that marriage is not a thing to be undertaken lightly. The truth is that marriage is perhaps the most demanding journey of life. The writer Madeline L'Engle says it this way: but ultimately there comes a moment when a decision must be made. Ultimately, two people who love each other must ask themselves how much they hope for as their love grows and deepens, and how much risk they're willing to take. It's indeed a fearful gamble because it's the nature of love to create. Marriage itself is something which has to be created so that together we become a new creature. My hope is that you guys will risk everything and that you will create something amazing, something beautiful. Greg and Michelle, you guys have a great foundation, 12 years of learning to love each other, seeking to know each other more deeply. And it's been an honor to watch your love grow and to bring you to this place here today. This love that you're growing, what exactly is it? When we first think of love, we think of love as an emotion. The butterflies in your stomach and things like that. That's emotional love. And the thing about emotional love is that, as you both know, it waxes and it wanes. The truth is that marriage really endures and flourishes when you embrace love as an action and not as a feeling. My hope is that your vows will not be just a promise to feel love, but a promise to do love. This is the kind of love that calls you to go beyond meeting in the middle and to meet your spouse where he or she's at. As God gave up his only son in love and sacrifice, he designed marriage in the same way. We're called to sacrifice ourselves for our spouses. My hope would be that you would sacrifice yourselves for each other in love and service. God's purpose for marriage is to sharpen one another, not just to make each other happy. Don't get me wrong, you guys will be really happy. You will bring each other lots of joy. But there will also be times that are hard and sorrowful. My hope is that at those times that you guys will turn into each other and you will be stronger for it. Marriage is indeed a journey that calls for hard work and sacrifice, but it is so worth it. My hope and prayer for you, Greg and Michelle, is for many joyful days ahead, full of abundant blessings and a love that grows deeper each day. Thank you guys.
From that blessing, let's move to something that is a bit more utilitarian and concrete. Michelle and Greg built this ceremony so that it would have special meaning not only for themselves, but for everyone gathered here today. In their search for significance, they chose some words that are a perfect metaphor for the qualities and nature of building a lifelong partnership. Note that I said building, a skill that Michelle does have some training in. I also believe that it may very well be the first wedding in history that quotes from the notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci, theoretical writings on architecture. So we have three topics here. The first one is, what is an arch? Now, when you hear this, I'd like you to substitute the word marriage for arch in your mind. The arch is nothing else than a force originated by two weaknesses. For the arch in buildings is composed of two segments of a circle, each of which being very weak in itself tends to fall, but as each opposes this tendency in the other, the two weaknesses combine to form one strength. Next, of the kind of pressure in arches. As the arch is a composite force, it remains in equilibrium because the thrust is equal from both sides. And if one of the segments weighs more than the other, the stability is lost because the greater pressure will outweigh the lesser. And finally, on the strength of the arch. The way to give stability to the arch is to fill the spandrels with good masonry up to the level of its summit. I think that's what we are doing here today, and we've done for the last dozen years. Good masonry. Michelle and Greg have also prepared wedding vows that they would like to share with each other and with you. So Michelle, you will begin.
I choose you to walk with me as my best friend, love, forever child. I will always and have always trusted you and blessed you. I promise I'll build a family, always based on love, care, and dreams. I promise to always be spontaneous and adventurous, and to encourage both of us to think outside the box. I will love you with both words and actions, and treat you with the respect that you deserve. I will be your biggest fan, your confidant, your teacher, and your student. Always. When life challenges us, I promise to work together and focus on the resiliency of our love. And if I stumble and fail to live up to my promises, I will apologize sincerely. I will do my best.
Michelle, I stand here today to promise myself to you. I promise to support you and encourage all of the things that make you uniquely special. I promise to help you toward your goals and do all that I can to ensure that you achieve your goals. I promise to love and support our family, whether it's cats or children. I promise to take on our challenges when there's nothing we can't conquer together. I promise to trust you, be faithful to you, and always treat you as my own. Lastly, I promise to always love you, to always be there for you when times are good and when times are hard. I promise to try to brighten all of your days because making you happy. Michelle and Greg have brought rings to present to one another as a symbol of their marriage vows today. Although there is no precise evidence to explain the origin of the tradition of exchanging wedding rings, an ancient and widely accepted explanation refers to the belief that a circle was the symbol of eternity, a sign that life, happiness, and love have no beginning and no end. You, Michelle, take this man, Greg, to be your lawful joined partner, to love, honor, and cherish him through sickness and in health, in times of happiness and travail, until death do you part. So you take this ring and place it upon Greg's finger, and as you do, repeat to him, after me, these words. I give you this ring, as I give you myself, with love and affection. Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you. You, Greg, take this woman, Michelle, to be your lawful joint partner. To love, honor, and cherish her through sickness and in health, in times of happiness and travail, until death do you part. Gregory, take this ring and place it upon Michelle's finger, and as you do, repeat to her after me these words. I give you this ring as I give you myself, with love and affection. Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you. Well, great, that's it. Okay? All right. Jewish tradition believes that before you were born, you and your soulmate were one, a single soul. Then as your time to enter the world approached, that single soul was shattered into two parts, one male, one female. These two half-souls were then born into the world with a mission to try to find each other and reunite. With marriage, two halves are reuniting, never to part again. Ironically, it was only by being torn apart and living lives away from each other that you were able to develop as individuals, to mature and to grow. Your coming together is something you had to achieve and choose, and therefore it is appreciated deeply. With a joyous reunion at the wedding, it becomes clear that your soul was only split in order to reunite and become one on a higher, deeper level. Breaking the glass has different symbolisms. It can remind a marrying couple that life holds sorrow as well as joy. Standing here today, a bride and groom are at the pinnacle of their happiness. Breaking the glass reminds them of their commitment to each other, also in future hard times. And so you break a glass, and immediately we will all say a congratulatory wish of Mazel Tov. Because now, in retrospect, even the splitting of souls is reason to be rejoiced. But it gave you, your connection, the possibility of real depth and meaning. Michelle and Greg, you've expressed your love to one another through the commitment and promises you have just made. It is with these in mind that I may now pronounce you husband and wife.
Yeah.
You have kissed 1,000 times, maybe more. But today the feeling is new. Today your kiss is a promise. No longer simply partners and best friends, you have become husband and wife and can now seal the agreement with a kiss. You may Ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment to greet the new bride and groom at the other end of the garden, and then join them for a cocktail hour on the upper terrace. Family and friends, may I present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Gregory Van.
Good. Say hello to
Oh, good job.
what the work.